Hello gamers, welcome to Disney Dreamlight Valley Reddit review. Let's jump straight into it. Al's Toy Barn is a cute little farm by Nora from Horrible Gaming. Check out her YouTube channel, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. She has really awesome builds, and this one is definitely no exception. I've seen quite a lot of builds using the Al Toy Barn, and even though it's a toy barn, it looks the best for a farm build like this. You can build the entire farm around this building. We now have so many items that are so fitting for this build. So if you ever wanted to make a farm, you need this house. It's gonna fit so perfectly. So hopefully it's gonna come back if you didn't have a chance to get it. Anyone else annoyed? Anyone else annoyed from the autofiller on cooking using the items you have the least of instead of the most? I have constantly go back and take out my cumin on recipes that don't need it because auto only ever puts in cumin. I can never have more than 15 cumin at a time because of this. It also does it for my here and there fish and my grapes, all of which I don't have a lot, but I have 100 bass, which it doesn't use. So the way this actually works, it's not the one that you have the least, it's the one that has the lowest selling price in coins. For example, if you cook with a random herb, it's most likely going to be cumin because it has the least selling price. Unless you're out of cumin, then it's going to take the next cheapest herb. I do agree, this is a dumb system. Same for fruit, same for vegetables. Have you noticed most of the time if it asks for vegetable, it's going to go for lettuce because lettuce is the cheapest vegetable. And if it goes for fruit, it's probably going to be grape. If you have grape, if you don't have grape, I don't remember what's the next cheapest fruit, but that's how it works. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but it would make more sense to take something that you have the most of, so I hope they redo it this way. But you know what else makes sense? Protecting your online security using the sponsor of today's video, Aura. I don't know about you, but I'm really tired of receiving those spam calls and texts all the time. Just recently, I was getting a text from USPS saying that my package could not be delivered and they need some additional information from me. First time I got this, I almost fell for it. It looks very convincing, and if you're expecting a package, you can actually believe it's true. Also, did you hear recently Ticketmaster got hacked and over 500 million users got their information leaked to the dark web? Full names, addresses, credit card data, emails, phone numbers, everything. And Ticketmaster couldn't do anything about it. Unfortunately, a lot of companies collect a lot of personal data from their customers, but don't have sufficient tools to protect it from hackers and data breaches. And this is exactly why I'm using Aura, the sponsor of today's video. Aura sends me an alert right away if any of my data was involved in any kind of data breach or was leaked on the dark web. It monitors my credit and my bank accounts to make sure nobody tries to access them without my permission. And on top of it all, it actually removes my private information from data brokers, which means I get much less spam calls and messages. And if that wasn't enough, their app also includes things like transaction monitoring, VPN, antivirus, password manager, identity theft insurance, and parental controls. All of these features are available under the same app for a very affordable price. So even if another company that I gave my private information gets hacked and my information gets leaked, I can always be aware if somebody tries to do something with that information. Aura is working 24/7 to keep me safe. If you want to protect yourself and your family from data breaches, go to aura.com/starinsky and start your 2 weeks free trial today. Check out the link in the description, and huge thanks to Aura for sponsoring this video. We've been partnered with Aura for almost a year, and I have nothing but good things to say about them. I'm so happy that online privacy and my data security is one less thing that I need to worry about. Let's get back to the video. Me today, hard reset it is. Gliding to Scrooge's shop to see what's for sale today. All furniture items are plain colored tables and beds. I mean, I've been getting quite a lot of new items recently. But it's not every time, so unless you're doing resets for Scrooge shop, that's gonna be pretty rare. But you're gonna see a new item. So I highly recommend, if you should definitely look into Scrooge shop resets. If you struggling to get some of the new items, definitely check it out, how to do it. There's lots of guides on YouTube. Jade Mist Gaming has the best guide. I also have a guide, but I think her guide is better because it's literally for every platform. Seriously, devs? This will have to do something with the Skull Rock. How much longer are we going to have to wait for Skull Rock to open? So my guess is the opening of Skull Rock is gonna start Act 2 of the main story. I'm a little bit surprised we still don't have Act 2. Right now it feels like all of the characters that we're getting, they are contributing to the main story, to the Forgetting Line, but it's not moving the story in any direction. It's mostly, like for example, Daisy arriving into the valley did not do anything for the story. It's like, it's just... The story is in a stalemate right now, and I feel like the Forgotten Quest, discovering Skull Rock, is gonna launch Act 2, and I think we're not gonna see it in the next update, in Tiana's update, but we will see continuation of Act 2 in the update after Tiana, hopefully this fall. Once again, this is just my prediction, but I think it makes the most sense. DSA, I just discovered something about Jack Skellington's animation and how it's useful for Dreamsnaps. I was gonna make a whole video on it, and I still will when I come back from vacation, but for now, basically, here is the tip. This is not common knowledge at all, but I know some of the people have been using this trick, but I haven't. I didn't know about this until now. So Jack Skellington has an idle animation where he holds up a present and it explodes into confetti. When he was doing his animation, all of the other villagers suddenly turned towards him if they were watching it. I just placed Jack behind the camera, and when he did the animation, they all turned to face the front and posed as if for the photo. It blew my mind. It also gave me better poses for all my villagers. Absolutely incredible discovery. Dream Dragon Gina. I think everybody should use it. If you're struggling to get the villagers to look into the camera all at once, this is the best way. Nolan just did a shot with 36 villagers, which absolutely blew my mind. I'm gonna throw it out on the screen right now because it's just too insane. And he used this trick to make them all look into the camera. This is how powerful this is. I know a lot of people have probably ranted about this, but why do Moonstones have to be so expensive? That's a good question. I don't mind spending money on in-game purchases because I do it on Neopets. I'm not sure what Neopets is, but it's so insane. Just to get the 4 items I want, I have to spend $50, especially with how often the shop items change. I wish they'd make it more affordable for paycheck-to-paycheck players. Honestly, it's a very controversial topic. One side of the story, developers need to make money. I bet they evaluated a lot of factors when they came up with the prices for Moonstones. And we do have ways to earn Moonstones for free. So, on one hand, it probably is the amount that is required to be able to support the development of the game. On the other hand, I do agree. I kind of wish, like, they could literally have the same income if they lower prices for Moonstones, but add more items. Even though we are already getting 4 new items every week, it does cost $50 to get 14,500, which is barely going to be enough for 2 weeks worth of premium shops. That's in addition to the Moonstones you're getting from Dreamsnaps, unless you're Dreamsnap God and constantly placing in top 5. I mean, it's a dream. It's a dream to get Moonstones as cheap as possible, but I also don't want the lowering the prices of Moonstones become the undoing of the whole game. So I don't think I'm qualified to have an opinion on this because I don't know behind the scenes of Gameloft. It's one thing if they're like have the whole Scrooge McDuck situation there where they just like swimming through piles of cash that come from the players and they don't even need that money to run the game. It's the whole other thing when they can barely like pay all of their team with the money that comes in from. So like we don't know what's going on behind the scenes, so it's really hard to judge if it's too high or if it's not too high. Oh wow, a lot of people didn't realize fireworks actually explode. A lot of people thought it was just decoration. Wow, that's crazy. I mean, I guess it makes sense if you haven't watched the video with them in action and you just saw it in the shop. That makes total sense. By the way, that is a beautiful shot with some fireworks. That is so cool. Yeah, guys, definitely get fireworks. If you're watching this, fireworks do explode and they do look amazing. Al's Toy Barn. We got more and more Toy Barn builds. I haven't seen a single week where the new item that we get gets so many different builds in the same week we got the item. So I can definitely tell the Toy Barn is one of the most popular house skins we've ever had. Okay, the next two posts, people basically talking about how frustrating it is to take Dreamsnap photos, all of the issues. So I'm gonna make a whole video basically about how to work with villagers. I feel like I've seen a lot of different tips and tricks which could be useful to a lot of players. There are... I totally agree. It would be perfect if we could have an option to make each villager to stand in a specific spot and do a specific pose. It would be perfect, and it would make it so much easier. But since we don't have that, there are tricks that can be used to make villagers do what you need them to do. So I'm gonna make a whole video on it when I get back. Oh my god, oh, this is so funny. Oh, I can't. Okay, we're gonna end this video on this. This is really funny. My goodness, DDLV makes you put in all this effort for these new daily Remy quests for wrought iron. So not worth the effort you make us do. It's becoming agonizing. Wanting to do the quest and the end reward is little to nothing. I used to just deliver the food and call it a day. And now you want me to follow the villagers and wait for a conversation to unfold. Ugh! I hope I'm not the only one who feels this way. This is so funny because I'm literally seeing people saying the best things about these new Remy quests are the stories, not the iron. It's the fact that we get to do some quests, we get some more, like, we get these characters' interactions, we get new quests, which basically you just said, follow the villager and wait for conversation to unfold. To me personally, that's the best part of this whole system, and it's so funny that there are people who actually hate that part and only care about wrought iron. That is incredible. That just proves once again that there is all kinds of people playing Disney Dreamlight Valley, and there is no way to make absolutely every one of them happy. There is always going to be every feature that they introduce are going to have people who like that, and they're going to have people who don't like that, and there is nothing anyone can do about it. So we just gotta pick our battles. We just enjoy the features that we do like, and maybe just ignore the features we don't like. That's... Thankfully, there is lots and lots and lots of stuff to do in Disney Dreamlight Valley, so everyone can find something that they can be happy about. Okay, that is actually a good point. It's fine for the first time. When the quests start repeating, watching the same story 2-3 times, it does become a little bit repetitive. So I wish they would let us skip the conversation on the second time that we get to do this quest. This is a good point. Alright, my friends. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the Reddit review. And yeah, I'm on vacation right now. So the next one is probably gonna be in a while. Probably the end of next week. Hope you're having a wonderful time as well. It's summer. It's a good time to go to the beach. Hope you guys can get some rest. And get ready for the next update. I cannot wait for Tiana. I recently watched Princess and the Frog for the first time. I had no idea it was that good. If you haven't watched it, I highly recommend. The music is top-notch. Absolutely incredible. Also, if you do want to protect your online security, check out Aura using my link in the description. Great company. Been working with them for over a year. They offer really good value in terms of online privacy. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.